Hello everyone, my name is Ghazala and you're watching Kitchen Love Stories with me. I had a lovely time making food from Bihar and Jharkhand for you all. I'm almost a little sad that I couldn't show you every dish I wanted to. But all good things must come to an end. So now let's hop over to Bihar's neighboring state, West Bengal. People from West Bengal value their tradition and culture very highly. One of the areas where you can see this is the preservation of the recipes over generations without making any significant alterations. They're also not a fan of shortcuts in their traditional cooking. And not to forget, they're experts in making syrup-based sweets which are famous all over the world. Which brings me to today's recipe. Roshogolla was the obvious choice as it is the first thing which comes to our mind when we talk about Bengali food. And since I've never made sweets for you all on this channel, this was the perfect excuse for me to make one. People usually make fuss about making Roshogolla at home, but it's way simpler than it seems. Let me show you how simple it is to make Roshogolla. Let's make it. To make this wonderful Roshogolla, it's very important to keep in mind that we use cooking pot in which we don't cook any spicy food. 3 liters of milk goes in. Actually, I'm making Roshogolla out of 6 liters of milk, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that. But the measurements given here of the ingredients are only for 3 liters of milk. We'll cook this milk on high flame by continuously stirring this. If we don't stir continuously, the layer of the cream will start forming on the milk, and we don't want that to happen. 1/4 cup of vinegar and half cup of water into the vinegar. We'll keep this aside for later use. Look at the milk, it has started to boil. This is going to take few more minutes to start boiling properly. Now the milk is coming up and it has started boiling properly. You can see here. This is the time we'll switch off the flame and just stir it for about 20 seconds just to make it a bit cooler than the boiling point. You have to keep all these tips in mind while making Roshogolla. Only then you can make a good one. We've been stirring this for about 15 to 20 seconds. Now this is the time we'll add the mixture of water and vinegar into this milk, but in portions. We are not going to add the vinegar mixture in one go. What we are going to do is add little by little, maybe 4 to 5 times. Add a bit and then start stirring for a few seconds, and then again you add it and start stirring until the milk curdles up. As you can see here, the milk is curdling very nicely. So how it works is we are not supposed to shock the milk by adding the mixture at once, because if you add everything at once, the milk will curdle immediately and the paneer which you are making for Roshogolla won't be soft and it will turn harder. When all the milk is curdled and the paneer is ready, you'll see the water will turn lightish green in color, and that's when you know the paneer is ready. Stop stirring and wait for 2 minutes for it to settle down. Check if the water is clear yellowish green in color, and then immediately strain this. I'm straining this in a very thin strainer. Here at this point, please do not use any cheesecloth or any other kind of cloth for straining. I will tell you why so. This is a milk which is burnt in the base of the pot. It's okay, let it be there. After straining, we are going to immediately wash all of this with normal water. You can see there is no leakage of any milk solid or paneer here. It's a clear water. So do not worry about the paneer leaking out of the strainer. It doesn't actually, if you use the fine strainer. At this point, we are going to leave this for about 10 minutes in the same strainer so that all the water from it drains out. 1.5 liters of water in each pot Because I told you I'm making Roshogolla out of 6 liters of milk. So for 3 liters of milk, we are going to use 2 cups of sugar, few cardamoms. There's also some rose petals which you keep it aside. We'll add the cardamoms. 2 cups of sugar in 1.5 liters of water. We'll make very light sweet Roshogolla. That's how we like it. If you like little sweeter, you can add half more cups of sugar into it. Now in the other pot of 1.5 liters of water, I'm going to add all the rose petals and let both the water in the pot boil on low flame. It's been 10 minutes we left this in strainer. Now when you take this in your fist and press it gently, the droplets of water should drop out of your fist. You can see how I did it. So here is the reason. I'll tell you why we did not use the cheesecloth to strain this. We need a certain amount of water in this paneer to make a perfect Roshogolla. And when you use the cheesecloth, you squeeze out all the water from it and you don't know how much of water is remained there. See, I'm going to show you again how much of moisture is needed for this Roshogolla. This is a bit hot, so I'm going to leave this for 5 more minutes and start squeezing all of this together for 2 minutes so that all the big lumps are broken and everything comes together as a dough. Making this sweet, as you can see, is very easy if you keep all the tricks and tips in your mind. I learned all of these tricks and tips from an elderly sweet maker when I was, I think, 17 or 18 years old, and from then I've been making Roshogollas, which never goes wrong. Just see what I'm doing. Squeeze all of this properly to make it a dough. Preparing the dough in this is the only thing which takes little time, but we all prepare dough in our house for roti and puri, isn't it? I'm telling you, once you make this yourself, you will never buy Roshogollas from outside. Once it becomes a dough-like mixture, push all the mixture to the side of the plate. Now turn your plate and with the help of your palm, start doing this. The idea is to break the cheese grains or paneer grains further to make it a smooth and soft dough. We are going to finish doing this. This process is going to take about 2 to 3 minutes, and we are going to repeat this same process just to be cautious about the big lumps again. Very roughly, we'll just do it again. We are done doing this second time and this dough is ready. Now this dough has very tiny grains, you can see here, and that's what we wanted. Take a small lemon sized dough in your hands and press it twice or thrice like this and start giving it a round shape. And that's it. The Roshogolla is ready. Once again, take lemon sized dough in your hand, press it twice or thrice nicely, press firmly and then make it a round. That's it. We are going to make all the Roshogollas same way and keep them aside. This is the sugar water which has been cooking on low flame for about 15-20 minutes. We are going to add all the Roshogollas we made into it. You're going to make 18 to 20 Roshogollas if you use 3 liters of milk. I have used 6 liters of milk, so I got 40 Roshogollas. I have added half of the Roshogollas in sugar syrup and the other half I'm going to use it in this rose petal water. But before that, let's add some rose water into it and also the stevia sweetener. This is 2.5 grams of stevia and I'm going to add 4 packs of it. So I'm adding 10 grams of stevia sweetener into 1.5 liters of water. Just remove few of the rose petals which has been cooking in this water. So I think now you have realized that I am making sugar-free Roshogollas also, which is for me because I am diabetic. You can also make this for your diabetic parents who love to eat sweets. And this is also for people who follow low carb diet. Now we are going to cover both these roshogollas and cook on medium to high flame for about 10 minutes. I will show you how these swell up after 10 minutes. So let me cook this for 10 minutes and then I'll show you. And this is what you will see after 10 to 12 minutes. Isn't it amazing? These will shrink a bit after you remove the lid, but don't worry, it's okay. After you remove the lid, just shake this pot a bit just to take out some steam from this. Again, cover the lid and cook for about 5 minutes on low flame, and we are going to repeat the same process with this pot too. You know, I love this rose flavor roshogollas. It is really refreshing. If you don't like cardamom flavor roshogollas, you can also make these rose flavor roshogollas with sugar. Did you see how soft these have come out? We are going to cook this also on low flame for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, both the roshogollas are ready. We are going to switch off the flame and let this all cool down properly, maybe for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And this is what you will see after 2.5 hours of cooling down. I'm telling you again, if you make this at home, you will never buy roshogollas from outside. Next thing we are going to do is remove all the roshogollas in a mud pot and refrigerate this for about 1.5 hours before eating or serving them. If you still have any doubts, message me on Instagram at KLS with Ghazala. Share these videos with your friends so that the diabetic and the people who follow low carb diet can make it for themselves. Let me show you how soft and spongy these roshogollas are. And let me show you the rose roshogollas as well. See how soft they are. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Share these videos with your family and friends. I would love to hear a comment. And please don't forget to like these videos. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Take care.